Welcome to She's Crafted to Thrive. I'm your host, Nikita Williams, and this show is for all the ladies who are making and creating things that they love. You will hear conversations about the real everyday struggles of juggling life and business while trying to maintain passion and harmony. As women, we have the skill of getting things done, but sometimes we get in our own way. It's here where you'll see that you're not alone. You'll discover that success does not mean perfection. Fear and negative thoughts and challenges are all a part of the journey. And on this podcast, you'll find the inspiration and tools you need to have a life and business that thrives. On this episode of She's Crafted to Thrive, you guys, I am going to share with you something that I believe is really important in our businesses, and kind of this principle is something that I've come to appreciate even in my life, and that is one day and one person at a time. Our minds are literally incapable of giving attention to something fully when there's other things happening. So it's kind of like if we're talking to someone on the phone and there's TV happening, we can't really completely understand what's either happening in the conversation or what's happening on the TV. Our mind will pick one of the things to give the most attention to. And this concept kind of came in my mind just thinking about this because of my last episode where I was talking with Renee and Kelly. And as creative entrepreneurs, we have so many things on our plates and on our minds that we have realized are, could be great for our businesses. But at the same time, we don't have the bandwidth to do it. And so what I loved about that conversation with Kelly and Renee from Love Letters Co. is that they created a business that surrounded a very specific niche in the sense of solving a pain point for their clients in their photography business, which now they're photographers for wedding photography as they had been for 10 years, but now they are helping brides plan their wedding, and that's added additional income to their business, and it's made the process of being in a business, things like blogging and things like that, easier for themselves. And so this made me think how much more this is true even if you're a solo entrepreneur. Sometimes we think we need to have a business partner. It has to be so super official in order for our business to succeed, but that's not actually true. If we just take the time every day to focus on one person in particular and build on that relationship, we will see massive growth over a period of time. Now, it's so important, in my opinion, to keep our eyes simple. And I say that in my opinion, because I know a lot of people feel like, we're doing all the things, hashtag all the things, you are somehow, going to get things done faster and quicker. But that's not actually true. Sometimes we get in our own way in the sense of just, causing too much work for ourselves, thinking we can be everything to everyone. And I know for myself, I can't do that. Because that's impossible. There's only one person that can actually do that, and that's God himself. And so how do we have a better use of our time? And how do we make better uses of our resources and the people that we connect with? And that's what we're going to talk about today. So the power of one. One person is a massive resource for us. It's not just for us. It's a massive, universal kind of thing we all need. We all need each other. We were created to be in pairs, basically. And so we really thrive best if we are bouncing our ideas and thinking about other people's needs besides our own, in our lives. And so I have found that to be so true, for myself in my life and in my business as well. Now, what's the difference between, focusing on one person and one thing a day versus several things and several things or several persons? I think we have to do a little multitasking in a sense when it comes to this. I'm not telling folks that I coach or that I shared this thought process with that you need to just turn off all the things that can automatically go to the masses. I'm not talking about that. But what I am talking about is taking the time, just like we need to take the time every day to have like some quiet time with ourselves and some me time to really like get in tune to where we are. We need to take that same kind of time with our business and with people. And the only way we can really do that is if we take it one day and one person at a time. So it's kind of like, for example, I think about this illustration that I've heard growing up, and it's the idea of knowing the difference between real money and fake money. We wouldn't want to spend our time trying to study all the fake money, right? Like it would take a long time for us to focus on all the fake money and try to figure out, the differences between each one. But if we really spent our time focusing on that real dollar bill or that real $100 bill, we got to know all the intricacies about it, the feel, the color, the paper, the technology that's supposed to be in the dollar. And we really became really good at understanding what a real dollar looks like. When a fake dollar comes our way, we are way more apt to knowing that it's not, right? Like we can tell, well, that's not the real dollar. And that's a little bit like our relationships with people. What does a real relationship look like for you and your life and business? So this takes going back to a little me time, right? So we need to really think about our ideal clients. We need to think about what we want to put forth out there, to get as far as, people we want to serve and how it serves them. We want to think of how we could be of service to them in some way, shape, or form. We want to really take time to consider all the things that go behind a mutual beneficial relationship with someone. And that takes a little time, right? We might have to look back at our client base and like see, okay, where were there really great synergy, or where was there really great feedback from that customer? Like, did the customer call you and be like, oh my gosh, this was amazing? Or did they send you an email and say, all those kind of things? And you think about the type of qualities that make up that person, and those are the people that you want to look for to connect with. And when you find those people, you want to take one of them and really take your time to get to know them. If we are focusing on how to be everything in our business, we can't possibly have the time to build a mutual beneficial relationship and learn how to serve others. It's really hard to do that, you guys, because we could be so tied up if we don't take that time to really, study, just like that dollar, what a real mutual beneficial relationship looks like. It's going to be hard for us to even build, a business, nevertheless, the masses of a business, right? A lot of people that I talk to sometimes feel like when they hear about this concept, think I'm kind of crazy. They think, man, it feels like it's going to take forever to get to that point in my business. And there's something that I heard a couple of years ago from Kimmy Brooks. She is a author and a networker for Young Living, and before that, she's she does training, helping women build businesses over a course of time. And she has a slogan: you must go slow in order to go fast. So many entrepreneurs focus on the big results, happening fast. They get easily discouraged after, small amount of effort in something if they don't see something massively happen. And I'm totally guilty of this concept. Like I used to think this a lot more often than I do now, especially now that I've been in business and been doing my own personal development and being trained by coaches, that it takes time. I talk about this a lot in the show. It takes time to build a relationship. I mean, think about the relationships we have in our personal lives with our moms, our dads, our sisters, our brothers, our best friends, our husbands. over the course of time, it's taken us years to get to where we are in our relationships, whether it's good or bad. I mean, even think about if you're, having to go to a therapist to deal with some of these relationships. It took time for you to get to wherever you were in order to think, oh man, I need to really figure out how to best live this relationship with this person. It takes time, and our businesses are made of people. The people that we serve, the people that we connect with, they are made of people. And it takes time. You can't fast track that. You can't fast track the like, know, and trust, especially if you want to build a really solid business. And when I hear entrepreneurs, get frustrated with not seeing the results after 30 days that they thought they should have massive success in some kind of way, I'm like, let's focus on the 1%. Let's focus on the things that are great in your business that happen. If you just made one change in your business, if you just connected with one person, that's amazing, because guess what? That one person can lead to so many other things. That one action in that one day could lead to so many things that in the future you won't even remember exactly what happened, because so many things are happening for you. My suggestion is to always focus on the wins, no matter how small or great they are, and to focus on the ways to make improvement on that and how to duplicate it. We get enough energy out there talking about, failure and, all these things. But I think that the real thing is to focus on the win. If you got that one person to purchase from you, try to figure out why. Connect with that person and be like, oh my gosh, so what is it about it that you liked? What didn't you like? What attracted you? And trust me, there's another person similar to that person. That just means you need to do a little bit tweaking, but it means that you have to really connect with that person, that one person. Jasmine Star talks about the 1% rule, and I never thought about the 1% rule. I never even thought about it, but I think I've lived my life in this way in a lot of ways. It's just thinking one thing at a time. I'm a planner. I plan things out. I do what I can. Sometimes it's frustrating. Like I've said, I'm like, man, I wish I could do all these things. But then I realize I'm only one person. And Jasmine says that the 1% rule is amazing in your business. If you just apply 1% of something that you are trying to do differently or new in your business over a course of a year, you would have a 12% increase in your business. And that's a massive increase in your business, whether in consistency, whether it's building your email list, whether it's sales, whether it's building a team. 12% increase of something is amazing. And so the same concept is what I like to think about with this one person and one day at a time. Focus on one person at a time, whether that's one person a week, whether that's one person a day. One person a week is 52 people a year, and one person a day is 365 people a year. However you want to break this down, however you want to do the math, that is a lot of conversations. That's a lot of relationships that you're going to be building. Now, are all 52 or 365 people going to be like your best friends in your business or in your life? No, but they might be great relationships to help you build and grow as a person in your business, or a great way for you to serve them in a way that you never thought you could. It might open up doors in your mind. It might open up doors in your business. There's so many things that can happen with just one really good conversation with a person. So how do you do this in your business? I'm not saying for you to go and stop your Facebook ads and your Instagram ads. What I'm saying is to keep those things going, that they have a purpose. I'm not going to be the person to tell you that, the masses of marketing doesn't work. It does work. It definitely does work. But what I want you to do is focus on the 1% rule, the 1 day rule, because there's something that's pretty cool that happens at the end of it. So keep doing your marketing. When you see people interact with your content, when you see people following you on your page and all those kind of things, when you get comments on your blog post, and if you get inquiries and things like that to your page, or you get a text message or whatever that's regarding your business, introduce yourself, ask about them, take a genuine interest in their likes and their dislikes, and understand how they came to find you and what things that you're doing really feeds them and serves them. And then promote them. If they're a business, if they're a person, if they're not a business and they're a potential client person, go on their pages and show interest, genuine interest on their posts and things like that. It really connects people because they're like, oh, wow, this person is really interested. Don't just comment, leave some insightful thoughts, or send them a message that says, hey, I was doing something in my business and I thought of you. Or I was doing something the other day and I was thinking how cool it is that we connected this way on Instagram or Facebook or through my blog post or whoever or however you met them. Take a genuine interest. Ask them for feedback when you have things going on in your business. That makes them feel like really important, right? That's true. You want to know because they are very important to your business and most likely to your life in a way. Ask them for the feedback that you want, say, I'm thinking about starting this new particular product, or I'm trying to decide between this color or that color, or I'm trying to decide between this service or not doing this service anymore. Ask them for feedback. Ask, how and who or what you can do to help them in their business, like in their life. Ask them how you can help them, how you can serve them, who you could connect them to. I've had so many conversations where I use this concept of, after, especially if I do a business meeting and I'm meeting and talking to someone for the first time, I always end the conversation where I don't feel like it's about me. I come from a very much so place of service, and I say, is there anyone or anything I can help you in your business, either to connect you to someone or for you to jump, give me some feedback so that I can help you with something. Is there anything that you need in your business? Or even if it's someone I'm talking that's a fellow endo warrior, is there anything that I can do to help you feel better or bring you comfort? Because I really do care. I really want to know how to best serve them and how to best, help them in some way. Because to me, those are the kind of relationships that I want to have. And those are the kind of relationships that I think matter more and they thrive more. It takes time to build this relationship. But what's amazing, it's kind of like a snowball effect. It's kind of like when you see those movies where there's an avalanche or snowball or something and it's going down the hill and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then it gets to the end and it goes poof, right? It just goes poof. It's kind of like that in the relationships we build. We can continue to grow these relationships with people, and that list of that one person could grow. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then at the end of it, and there is no end to a really good relationship, you guys, it's like amazing. It's like the snowball poof that just keeps giving, right? The gift that just keeps giving, because you build strong connections, you build strong foundations in your business with these people and the relationships you build with them. The mindset really is one person is powerful. If you talk to 5 people and you just ask them to introduce you to one other person that you don't know, that's 5 more people you don't know that you could serve, that you could better give of yourself and grow at the same time. So when you do that, it's kind of like you're building this beautiful, real, authentic team, and that it's not just one way, right? You are a team member for them. They're a team member for you. It's very mutual. It's very sincere. It's built on compassion and love and service. you become a solution to their problems, right? You may become the person that they might ask for opinions and suggestions. If you come from a place of service, meaningful connections can lead to faster growth down the road in your business. Remember, your growth and success can be reflected in the quality of your relationships. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm trying to keep these a little bit more like short and brief and to the point and very useful to you in your business, and I hope it is. I hope this topic was good for you. Please let me know if there's anything you guys want to hear in specific. Be sure to check out my website, She's Crafted, for the last couple episodes and things like that. I also wanted to shout out a new affiliate partner that I'm working with. It is Natasha at Soul Studios. She was a guest on the show. She has done an Instagram TV master course that I did as a beta, and I loved it. You guys, I have 2 videos out there, which I thought would never happen, but her episode and our conversation and then doing that course really gave me the confidence to go ahead and do it anyway. And over time, she gives you all the tools, all the kind of like great ways to optimize your videos and all that kind of stuff. And you guys, it's been a great way for me to find new people, one person and one day at a time, to connect with, because they aren't necessarily following my page. So I don't know, who they are unless they engage with that video, and they may not be following me, but I can see the views and I can choose the people that I want to make that, one-on-one connection with. And it's been so great. Like, it's grown my page so much. It's grown the people that have reached out to me in my DMs. It's just a really great tool. So I'll have the link to that in the show notes. And by the way, of course, because you're getting it through me, there's a little perk to it too, a little percentage off for you signing up through me. So anyway, thank you so much for listening to this episode. I want to keep it brief. I'm sorry about my voice, you guys. I don't know what's going on. It's been a weird week for me physically, but thanks for, tuning in and showing up with me. And so just remember, you guys, you are crafted to thrive.